EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll run with the second-round pick in the April draft. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. A quick throw, going to be caught by Pickens. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Back to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Here's a run going left. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Let's go now.
Here's 1st and 10.
Major
The Bears will use one of their timeouts here.
Ready, set. Seven Pirates, seven Pirates. Panther 11, Panther 11. Set, go.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Okay, break. Here we go, set.
He'll get this out wide. And he's in. Touchdown, Chicago. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And, Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll put Addison in motion. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's complete left side to Tony. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
On 1st down, here's McCarthy. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And he will go all the way. Justin Jefferson Touchdown, Minnesota.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll begin here on the ground. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Darnell Wright, guilty that time.
Warrior 70. Ready. Dragon 60.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. The ball's out. The Vikings have got it. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. After that fumble recovery, a big opportunity here. 1st and goal. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Here's a handoff, and Swift running right. And he will score. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Vikings. Will Reichard now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Okay, ready.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
18, Pioneer. Here we go. Set, go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He completes this one to Mallory. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he's going to be taken down.
Remember, Mike, he's already had a touchdown earlier in the 1st quarter. And at the way this game has started off, it looks like this defense is going to have their hands full stopping this guy.
Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal.
Let's go now.
Here's a run. So we'll get a second and goal when we return. Knotted at 14 on the scoreboard. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Another one from the 5. Second down and goal. They'll go with him again. And he's going the wrong way. Dropped back at the 7. Third and goal. They'll run. And he nearly takes it in, but they're going to say he's short of the goal line. So now it is 4th and goal. Well, a field goal would break the tie, but instead the offense stays out there. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try to run. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game, and now 15 for the year. Greg, I wasn't so certain about leaving the offense out there, but they did, and it paid off with a touchdown.
And I love it, Mike. I think we're starting to see this more and more often in today's NFL. Take advantage of field position. Put the trust in your offense. It's exactly what their head coach does here, and certainly pays off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Play action now. It's McCarthy. He connects with Jordan Addison. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold him to a gain of 2.
Ready up.
3rd and 9.
Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Tony, the man in motion.
Check go.
To the air on 3rd down. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And the defense has it. In the pocket looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway. This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Now they'll set up to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
Look wide, get this one complete, and they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Check, Panther. Check. Check.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Chicago. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and it adds up to 16 now on the season. No problem there on the extra point, and the Bears have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go now. Go.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
70 Ranger. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready, ready.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Ready, ready. Panther 11. Panther 11. Let's go. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
On play action, here's McCarthy. This one intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. 2nd and a yard.
Cowboy 80. Shut up. Warrior 70.
They'll put Addison in motion. On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. 11 yards on the pass there. 1st down, Minnesota.
Dragon 60. Set. Ready. Set go.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Ready, ready. Set up.
Throwing again is McCarthy. He's got this on target to Addison. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Ready. 18. Pioneer. Hut.
McCarthy gonna look to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Ready, break. 79 Bronco. Set. Ready, ready.
McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. A gain of 16 on that pass play. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
19. Come 19. Come on. Set. Ready.
Throwing now, it's McCarthy. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll put Addison in motion.
Ready.
Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this. Not able to stay in. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be a loss of a couple of yards on that one. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This one will be from 37 yards out. Reichert's kick is good. And the Vikings cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Third down, 3 to go.
Let's go now. 60 Bobcat, 60. Hey, smash Bronco. Get up.
Throwing now from the gun. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
19 tight, 19 tight. Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. A dive and a catch. Incredible. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field. And not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
On the option, it's Swift. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Ready, set.
They'll come up on a second down and 8.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Set up. Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready, ready.
From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He gets this complete to Granson. And he will score. Kylan Granson. Touchdown, Minnesota. Reichert now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Vikings are able to edge a bit closer. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The drive will start on the ground. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's second and 2. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Cameron Bynum up from the secondary to make the play. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he will have the first down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that first down. He'll look to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Bears first down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Now give on the ground. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. He'll drop to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. He's still on his feet, and he will go all the way. Touchdown, Bears. Now the try for an extra point. It's up and through. And the Bears will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Mustang 19. Here we go, shot.
In motion, it's Jefferson. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. And this ball batted away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. Third down coming up.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Chicago.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he'll work this into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. Out quickly here to Pickens. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. 3rd and 5. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
Okay, ready? Set.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. Marked down at the 6.
Got it, ready?
2nd and goal.
Come on. 70 Timberwolves. Hut.
And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. 3rd and goal coming up. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready up.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Check out.
Back to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback.
On the set.
1st and 10.
Curve 19. Curve 19. Set. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
They'll go play action here with McCarthy. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Tyreek Stevenson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Let's go now.
The Bears will use one of their timeouts here.
Here we go, set. Hook.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. To the end zone, it's intercepted. And the Vikings will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Buffalo 18. Rig alert, rig alert. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Go.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
He's going to let one fly for Addison. And he is going to score a pick six for the touchdown. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their second pick six of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's one pick six, but to get two pick sixes in the same game, this defense is on fire.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Shut up.
Give up the middle with Swift. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready.
They'll put Addison in motion.
Ready.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. That one into the hands of Jefferson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. 1st down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
And that'll be batted down and incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And more of the same. Another interception. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week. I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
Again, working deep downfield. That is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point is up and through. And the Bears will add one more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And some good running there. That's a 1st down up to the 43.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to...
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And this is taken in by the defense.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Cougar 19. Go.
On 1st down, they give it right back to Swift. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They will run it over center with Swift. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. They'll have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season.